Hello, GT1000. This is Isaac's video diary number 3. Okay, well, my setup, this is how I'm setting it up. It just fell. Okay. So, okay. Week 3, here at Georgia Tech. It's been alright. I can talk about making or my expectation or my goal, I guess, for how I'm going to uh, be at college, I guess. I don't know, that's not a good way to say it, but let me try to explain. So, I think you do better work, or I do better work, and it's more enjoyable when I have the end goal in mind. So the end goal, I guess, is the diploma. So working towards that, rather than trying to live for the weekend or finish the work for the day or finish an assignment and trying to get through it, but thinking about that for all my work, I think will really help me enjoy my academic time here instead of suffering through it. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Hopefully you have that kind of mindset too. But that's what I want out of college, I guess, and hopefully I'll get that at Georgia Tech. Earlier I was thinking like, will college be the hardest part of my life? And I was like, probably not. Work will probably be hard. Life will continue to get hard. But thinking about like, tech is pretty. I mean, tech. It could possibly be the hardest part of my life if I choose it to be. So that was interesting to think about that during it instead of looking back on life and be like, oh man, tech, that was good, but it was hard. Yeah, so realizing that now will maybe give me some insight as to years to come and how I'm going to how I'm gonna do it. But thanks for listening. Sorry for the unstable setup. This is Isaac's second video. It's a combination of a frame video and then also video diary 2 of stuff that's happened thus far. But yeah, it's week 5. I can talk about my expectations coming to Georgia Tech first, and then I'll talk more about stuff that's happened. So I knew coming to Georgia Tech was going to be hard. I made that choice instead of going to an easier college or doing something else. So I knew there'd be a lot of work, and I chose that. I was just accepting and ready to do to get stuff done. But it's a lot easier said than done, because like once you start something, it's really easy to stop like actual work, work. But yeah, powering through and like the bigger goal. So hopefully that will become second nature these next couple years and this year to come, instead of thinking about it like the work I have to do, like getting it done for the day, or getting it done for a section or a book. Instead, thinking of it as putting forth my best for like what the end goal, the end all, and so just thinking the bigger picture and remembering why I chose Georgia Tech. So I had my first test, Calc 2 test, on Wednesday. It was okay. There are only 7 questions, different from high school because a lot more in depth or whatever. The questions are weighted more, but definitely good testing the waters, I guess, and knowing what tests are like, and knowing, even though I started studying not just the day before, but knowing how to study and like knowing that you do need to study. What else has happened? So exercising. There's a treadmill at the bottom in the first floor. So I started doing that this week. It's a good way to relax, I guess. But instead of just doing work, having a nice break keeps me focused because it becomes monotonous. Yeah, just more of the same. I think it's gone by pretty fast so far, and we'll see what else is to come. Hi, my name's Isaac. I have two interesting stories of things that happened to me the first 2 weeks. I'll get to this in a second, but I also wanted to talk about like the small things about adjusting to college that I experienced. So the first laundry day, it was interesting. I had to figure out how to pay for the dryer, and I paid way much, and I like doubled the amount of time needed. I skipped my first class by accident, and that was the GT 1000 class. Hopefully I'll learn from that. Like adjusting to dorm life is interesting. Taking a shower with shoes. So all the small things, like the cliche college things I've experienced, have been good, mostly good. But my two stories. So the first one, I live in Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, Tucker, Georgia, which is like 20 minutes away. So I was here for the 1996 Olympics, but I was only 3. So later when I learned that the Olympics were here, I was very like dismayed that I don't remember anything from them. So at Tech, I got to go and swim in the Olympic pool. I've done that a couple of times. So I thought that was really cool because it's where they swam. And then when I got back, I looked up videos from the 1996 Olympics, the swimming, and I thought it was cool because I swam where they swam. I don't know if you think that's cool, but I do. Then my second story. So the first day of class, I went extra early because I didn't want to be late, and it was still really like early and like foggy, I guess. The sun wasn't really bright yet, so I was walking towards Howie, and then I went through Klaus, those stairs, and then I see a bunch of crew, and then I turn the corner, and then there's Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. I thought that was really cool because they were just 20 feet away, and there were no like giant crowds or paparazzi around. So even though I wasn't like talking to him, it was still very strange to see him very close. And also the morning like fog, whatever, made it seem like a dream. So it was very surreal. And that paired with like trying to figure out what everything was a very interesting morning. This is Isaac's 4th video diary. I think it's the 7th week of the first semester for GT 1000. I don't know if you can see, but there's balloons behind me. There are balloons in our room because our PLs, one PL filled another PL's room with balloons. I think it was for his birthday, maybe a prank. So that happened, but then I'm in Perry Matherson, so Matherson, a PL in Matherson asked if they could store the balloons, and so she could do it to the other PL's birthday tomorrow. So the balloons are being used twice, so they're like stored up and down this hall. So we have some. They're not too. They popped one time. It was pretty loud, but it wasn't when I was sleeping, which is good. So week 7, it's all right. A lot of work. It's not really. It's like enjoyable. It's enjoyable work. But still, it keeps me busy. So mainly my studio. I just got back from it. So like when you're working on a drawing or something, like you can work on it for as long as you want. Like you're never done. So you gotta have to cut yourself off. So that's one of the reasons why I'm busy. I have a story. So like for the Tech game last week against Middle Tennessee, my granddad and my dad are they came. They go to every game. They're alum, and so it wasn't a good day for them. So they told me I went out to eat with them afterwards, but they said when they're coming up here there was a bike race, so traffic was iffy, and then Tech lost. And then we went out to eat, and then when we got there, the restaurant had shut down, so we had to go to a different restaurant. So it was funny. It's funny to me. I guess you have to know my dad too, but that was fun. Well, it wasn't really that fun, but it was something on Saturday. Um, what else to talk about? Uh, I guess I love sleeping. I get a lot of sleep. My roommate, I always go to bed before my roommate, but I love sleep. Usually, I go to sleep pretty early. I mean, not really early, but I don't stay up late. Uh, but I know a lot of people stay up late. But personally, I like sleep. I think that's about everything interesting this week. See you later.